Hi there, welcome to Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, I am going to be showing you all of the completed pages and a few whips that I have for the month of October. I'm going to start in my Johanna Basford weekly planner. I do need to preface this again by saying I did have a week and a half or so where I didn't color at all. So I do have quite a few whips again this month, but several completed pages as well. So yeah, so let's get started with this. I did finish one page in here, and it's this one. This one was just a quick trying to get some color down on paper because I was struggling a bit. And this was just using Crayola markers and a gold glitter gel pen. So that was a fun little one. And then I started this one. And I was trying to make it nice and spooky and drew in that spider web there so it looks like the butterfly is kind of caught in the spider web. I do want to finish this up. I know what I want to color everything. I just kind of stopped in the middle and hit a wall and just couldn't go on anymore. So I do want to catch up with this by the end of the year. There's only a couple that I haven't done, so I have to finish that guy up. I have to finish this one, and then I have a couple more for October. I am not going to color this one because I have colored this one in her book. So I'm going to pass on that one, but these two I do want to finish. And then, you know, of course, the ones in November that I'll have to try to stay current on. But I am not beating myself up over that. And yeah, it is what it is. If I get it done, great. If I don't, that's okay too. Okay, so let's look at a couple of whips. Some of these might look a little familiar to you. I've got, I think this one is a video. I was working on this in a weekend whip, and I haven't done very much more. I did a little bit of shading on the actual houses, but I figured this one is still an acceptable one to finish in November because it looks very fall-like. It doesn't have to be spooky, but yeah, I figured with that was like a witch's cauldron, so this was like a little mousy witch's house or something. But yeah, I really like the start that I've got on this so far, so I do plan on finishing that one. So that was a nice little town 4. This one is from Mystical Autumn, and this one is really fun. So this is a very dark grayscale book, very dark, and I don't do grayscale normally. So I started this one, and this is just with alcohol markers, but my favorite thing is to see the difference in the colors. So these are the actual colors that I put on the paper, and you can see how much the grayscale changes the look of it. It's amazing. So this really just needs a tiny bit of pencil work on here, and it'll be done. Like I said, I hit that wall and just couldn't do anymore. So, but yeah, this one, I really do like the look, how it looks so different from one side to the other. But yeah, so there was that one. I'm going to make a mess over there. This one is actually, I printed it out at the wrong size. But once I printed it out, I was like, oh, I kind of like the way that looks. So this is an illustration, from someone whose name I will put on the screen because I have completely forgotten the name of this artist. This is a new to me artist, and I thought this illustration was super pretty. And I decided that I was going to try to use the Crayola Colors of the World on her skin. So that's what I did. This is all done with Crayolas. The hair is the hair Crayola? Okay, yeah. So the hair is the Spectrum Noir Color Blend pencils and the Crayola Signature pencils combined. And then everything else that you see, the leaves, the apples, the little rose hips, those are all Black Widow. So yeah, I really like the way that this is turning out. This is definitely going to be finished for the end of November. So you'll see this in my completed pages. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. And I was very pleased with how the skin turned out. The skin and the lips turned out using those Crayola. Now the lips I did have to go into like the regular Crayola pencils, but The skin, and I think maybe a little bit for the cheeks was a little pink from the Crayola, but all of the skin tone was done using the Crayola Colors of the World. So very pleased with that. Okay, so this one is another one that I did. I started on a weekend whip, and I got a little bit farther. So I've got my skeletons done. The hat, the hair, the dress are all done. The cat's done. I just really need to finish up the background, her tights, wings, and finish off the hat. So, oh, and her skin. So it's not that much, but yeah. So this is where I'm at on this one. I'm using, I based everything on this one with Neo colors, and then I used Black Widow pencils on top, and it's working very well for me. This is from Sorcerers and Sorceresses Special in Coloring Heaven. One more whip. One more? Oh, there's a couple more whips. Not very many. But this one I started in my moon video. So if you haven't seen that, I do have the How I Color Moon. It's the How I Color Alphabet series. And I talked about how I did the moon in that. And so I did a little bit of the background and her hat. And yeah, I really wanted to finish this one. I just didn't get back to this page. But I love this. This book is so awesome. And this doesn't have to just be Halloween. It can be any time of the year. So there's that one. I did another one. This one was from the live stream. So I still haven't finished all of this, but I got a little bit more done. A little bit more done with the zombies. I still have to add in the background and shading on the rocks and the tree. But it's not too much more. Not too much more to do. So that is from the Coloring Heaven Chibi collection. And then I think, oh, and then one more whip, but really all this one needs is a background, was this one. This is from, I really wish I could remember the artist's names, and I probably don't have it written on here either. No, so I will post this on screen as well. But this one was done with a base of alcohol markers. This was also a grayscale image, which again, I don't do grayscale images often, but I really had fun with this one. I did alcohol markers and then Black Widow over top, and really like that. I kind of got stuck on what kind of background to add, so I just didn't add one. But I might still go through and do that, or I might just, maybe I'll just do a border around the outside and call it done. I don't know. I liked the blue hair. I thought that turned out really cool. So yeah, so there's that one. Okay, so now I'm going to go over the finished pages that I have, and I'm going to start with this big Halloween. This is a Coloring Book Cafe Halloween. It's 100 pages, of course, which I do not need. And the only one I've done in here this month was this one here, and this was all done with crayons. I just really needed to just not worry about something, and so I did this with crayons, and I really enjoyed it. I had fun making her kind of gross and green, and I like the little ombre of the hair in the background. So yeah, so that one was just done with crayons. I left the highlights on her nails. I thought that was a cool touch. I could have probably gone in and like highlight or outlined the slime or something with white, or I don't know, but I just left it. I thought it was cool. So there was that one. And like I said, that one was done with my Crayolas. Then I got this one. So this one, I think I did this one with, yeah, so this is Crayola. This is all Crayolas. And then a couple alcohol markers. So this one is a fun one. And this is the first one I've done in this book by Kamila Anjakova. And I did, around the outside, I did Crayola chalk, drawing chalk. And then I did black, I think, for the spider and the background. Oh, and the mouth. Yeah, for the spider, the background, and the mouth. And then I added in stamps around the outside, and there's a couple areas like on this one here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I added like a Stardust pen, and I did that as well on the spider web. And then I used a black Crayola signature sparkle pen for the little spiders around the outside. I used a pink glitter pen for the tongue, and then I added stickles, my orange and black stickles on there. So this is a fun sparkly page. Oh, and the stamp, I don't know if I said that, stamps are what I used for all of the little decorations around the outside. But I thought that turned out really fun. It was just a fun multimedia page to do. And I decided to do the spider since they creep me out. I figured it was Halloween. It was time to do something a little creepy. So I liked this guy. I thought he turned out really cute. So that was from 50 Halloween Mandalas. And then I've got from 50 Autumn Miniatures. This is another Crayola project. And I did this one, which I love. I think it's so cute. I did this with the Crayola oil pastels, which I'm not super comfortable using. But after using them here, I went out and ordered some more oil pastels, and I really want to try to use them more often in my books. They're just fun. They were really fun to play with and try to figure out. And it was a very artsy day this day when I did this page. So, but yeah, that was all Crayola. What did I just say? Crayola oil pastels. And then I think maybe on the inside of the eyes, I used pencil. And I think that was it. Everything else I think was oil pastels. And then, of course, white gel pen around some places here and there to make highlights and stuff, and like outline the water and things like that. But yeah, it was really fun to do, and I enjoyed it, and I want to do more in this book because it's so cute. It's so cute. So yeah, so that was that one from 50 Autumn Miniatures. And then this one was a buddy color. I did this one with JoJo's Hanna, Poet Spice, and Emma Colors 2020. And we have not posted this on Instagram yet, but this is the page that we did, that I did. Our challenge was to do Halloween colors, and then we could pick any page in the book because Emma has colored pretty much everything in the book already. So we were just like, okay, everybody pick their own page and do what you will. And so this is the one that I did. I've got this Posca glitter pen in the back. That's why I keep moving it. So hopefully you can pick up some of the sparkle because it is really fun and shiny. And I just thought that would be a neat thing to do in the background. I went with, your purple, orange, and green were the colors that we were supposed to use. So I used the orange on the leaves, green for the skin, and then different purpley tones for his clothes in the background. But yeah, I thought he turned out really cute. And I think I used Crayola markers. Yeah. Crayola markers and then pencils over top. And then the Posca, the silver or glitter Posca in the background. So yeah, that was really funny. This book, if you don't have this Reptilites book, it's so much fun. It's just, it's adorably fun. I love it. So yeah, that's by Basil Psycho. Okay, let's see what else I've got. I've got this one. This one I did post on Instagram. This is from Lacey Sunshine's Hocus Pocus coloring book by Heather Valentin. And I did this cute little page. I really enjoy her artwork. It's very sweet. And yeah, I really had fun. So I used a lot of Crayola markers and then just a little bit of black alcohol marker where you see the darkest bits. I had a lot of fun doing this one. I really did. So I used Crayola Super Tips, and then over top of it, I think I just used Prismacolors maybe. Does it say? Oh no, I used the Crayola Signature. So this is a totally Crayola page. I think other than the white gel pen and the silver that's here and there. Oh, the other thing that I did is I did use the Crayola Signature black glitter pen to do some of the letters, and then of course I smeared it, so this one and this one got smeared, but all the other ones look okay. But I was really bummed when I realized that I did that. But yeah, this one turned out really cute, and I liked it a lot. It was fun to do. I did want to color lots of other cute little images in here. I just didn't have a chance to get back to this book, so although this one is adorable. The little wreath around her and the glasses. So yeah, so there is that one. Then I did this one from Jashly Fantasy Collection. This one was also posted on Instagram, and this was for a color along by Nirma Coloring, and she did the black hair, black lipstick color along, and yeah, I really, really had fun with this one. I did use several different things on here, mostly Crayola, I think, again. So I did Crayola markers on the roses. Was that it? I'm just checking my list over to the side here. It just says mixed media. Of course it does. So, I think I used black alcohol marker, like a cream color alcohol marker and a green. And then I went over with colored pencil on those things. I think her outfit and her hair are all just color pencil. Her skin might have been, nope, her skin is also just colored pencil. But I really liked the way that the roses worked, because I used a pretty dark water-based marker on here, and then I went in with a darker tone to shade, and then I went in with a white pencil, and it actually brought out some fun highlights in that. So yeah, and then I've got sparkly stuff along her, I think this was just a silver sparkle pop pen, but all over on her outfit, and then on the stem of the apple as well. I made the apple black because she looks very dangerous and sinister. So yeah, so that was that one from Jashly's Fantasy. Then I've got this one. This was the color along this month on my channel, and I just want to say thank you to all of the wonderful people who have tagged me on Instagram that colored along with me. It was so sweet to see your pages, and they all turned out wonderfully. So this one was mine, and it took me so long to decide what page I wanted to do in here, but once I did figure it out, it turned out, I just really had fun with it. I had a color palette that I went with, and yeah, it just was really fun. These little bats are so cute. I'm hoping that you can see the red in their eyes, because I used a black sparkle pop pen, but it's got that red glitter in it, so it's very red. And then I've got several bats here and there in the background that have either stickles on them, glaze pen, or their eyes are red as well. And then I liked that both of their eyes are red. I used a little bit of glaze pen on their teeth, a little bit of glaze pen on their outfits for accents. Yeah, this was a really fun one to do. I based this all in Neo color, and then went over top the characters with colored pencil. So yeah, if you're interested, there is a color along, and it's only 3 parts this time. So you can check that out on the channel. So yeah, so there is that one. And I was happy to be able to get one done in this book, because I love Camilla D'Errico so much. All right, the last few are, oh wait, no, I've got one more from a book. And this one is not quite dry, so I'm just going to show you the cover. This is from Mythographic Enchanted Castles, and I finished my bat page. So I've got all those bats on there. And you can probably see some shimmery stuff like around where all the hidden objects were. This was an experiment for sure with this book. I had to, because I used water-based markers. I think this is all Crayola Super Tips, except for the flowers and the vines were Copic markers. But I went over the background with a water-based marker after I had done the Posca already to cover up the hidden objects, and it completely resisted the color. So I had to find the closest colored pencil that I could and go over top of it. You probably won't be able to really see it on the video, but if I tilt it it'll, like, the wax might catch the light from some of them. But if you just look at it, it looks pretty cool. And then I've got a shading done with Prismas on the bats and the castle, and then I did a yellow for some of the lighting on the castle, yellow for some of the highlights on the bats, and then yellow lightning, and then I went over top of it all with these awesome Cosmic Shimmer Cosmic Twinkles in gold. New Gold is what it's called, and that was really fun. So yeah, so there is that one. Like I said, it is still drying, so it's going to sit over there. Okay, and then the last few I did are all PDFs, and yeah. So this first one is, all of the names are gonna have to be on screen if I don't remember them. I'm so sorry. This is a new to me artist, I remember that much. This is all done with Crayola pencils and a white gel pen, and that is it. Not Crayola pencils, Crayola markers, super tips. But I really had fun, like, using the fact that you can go back over top of the markers to create shading. So there's, like, in this area right here, you can see there's like 3 different shades of brown. So this is 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, you know, like you can go back over top of the water-based markers to keep building up the color. But you can also see it in shading on some of the spots. So on the hat here, on these little, whatever that is, I don't even know what some of these things are. But yeah, it was really fun to do. I had a lot of fun with this one. And I wanted to make sure to get it done in October, so this was a quick and easy one once I decided on my color palette. So I do have another one by this artist that I'm hoping to finish next month. But yeah, they have really cool mishmash artwork on their pages, on their Etsy page. This one was one that I had been working on, I think, in a weekend whip, and I did finish it. I didn't add too much more shading, and I did add some fun sparkly bits and some glaze pen to, like, the ghost's eyes and the bat's eyes, and a little bit of pink glaze pen to this mushroom here, and then stars in the background and stuff, and that's about it. I didn't really go crazy with the shading. I really, really love my Neocolors and my Inktense. Not so much on this paper, because I don't know if you can see how warpy that is, but it's pretty warpy. So yeah, maybe not on this paper with those materials, but it turned out really cute in the end. The background took me a couple of coats to get everything, and then you guys saw some of the process for the rest of this too. So, but yeah, I think it turned out all right in the end. So there is that one. And that was Edwina McNamee. This one I did post on Instagram as well. This is Hanna Karlzon. This is from her Etsy shop. And I just had a blast doing this one. I tried to be very aware of where, like, the highlights were, that they would be picking up the greens from the glowing ghost. And then also on her skin, she's got some highlights there as well. There's a little bit of sparkly stuff down here around the collar and on the necklace and jewelry. The chain here has got, like, black gel pen. And then I wanted this stuff running out of her eyes. I wanted it to look very shiny, so I added the little white highlights to it. And I wanted this spider to be very ghost-like. I wanted it to be a white spider instead of a black spider because of the skull. And then, of course, the green color just goes with everything else. And then I added in this little background. I just did a square behind her and then added in where, like, the spider web stuff would go. So I really like this one, though. I was very pleased with this one. The next one is this one. I finished it. This is from the Harry Potter Colorathon. So if you guys saw any of that, my live stream for that one, I finally finished Luna here. I used a lot of blue and silver because she's a Ravenclaw, of course. And then I turned her, because when Fabiana originally drew this, it looks a little bit more like a strawberry on her ear. And we had several discussions on the live stream about how these were definitely supposed to be dirigible plums. So I did my best to try to make them look like that. I added, like, the little tail and made them a more of an orangey red color, and then used that same color scheme down in here in the potion just to kind of tie that together. And then black glaze pen around the border and on the little Deathly Hallows symbols. Lots of silver sparkle pens, some stickles around this outside and a little bit of color, and some stickles on her earrings too. But yeah, there's my Luna. I think she turned out really good. I was very pleased with her, and I will be posting this to Instagram soon, but you guys get to see it first. All right, and then the last one is this one. This one was from another live stream this month. This was a buddy color with Corey from Colorfully Optimistic, where we both tried to do our best with alcohol markers, and since we're both kind of newer to the markers, it was a fun experiment. So yeah, so everything is done in alcohol markers except for the shiny bits, and that's really it. There's no pencil on here. We did all the shading with alcohol markers, and that was scary. That was scary. And then I've got some silver watercolor paint here. This is from the Art Spirits. It's the silver, True Silver, I think it's called. And then I've got some stickles on, all of the moons have stickles, and there's some stickles on this moon. All of the stars are silver Sparkle Pop pen, and then all of the little circles around are pink Sparkle Pop pen. And then I added a little bit of stickles to the collar here too, over top of the pink ink that I put on there. But I was very happy with the way this one turned out. I was super proud of the work that I had put into this one with the alcohol markers and the blending in the background. And yeah, I was very, very happy with this. So yeah, so those are my pages. These are probably my top 3 favorites, are these ones. I like the bat one, but because of all of the, you know, issues that I had in the background, that it just kind of frustrates me. But yeah, so out of these 3, probably my favorites. Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below. And just a small disclaimer, I will be back to my regular schedule this week. So yeah, I just needed a small break last week, and just wanted to let you guys know everything's good, and I'm back on track. So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.